Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk about sensitivity. Maybe many of you are still confused about how to set the sensitivity. So, in this video I will explain in as much detail as I can. So don't forget to subscribe and like for those of you who are new to my channel. Now, let's go straight to the video. Now we have entered the training camp. For this latest setting, for all of you who are beginners, you will definitely be confused because the current sensitivity setting is different from the previous one. Now you don't need to be confused. So the first thing you have to know, are you playing using a gyroscope or just ADS? If you are not using a gyroscope, you don't need to set a gyroscope. So, you only need to copy the ADS part. Well, in this new update, I think the sensitivity menu is simpler than before. And we also don't need a lot of scrolling down for sensitivity settings. So you only need to press this menu if you want to set the camera or ADS, and press on this section for gyro camera and ADS gyro settings. In addition, for the sensitivity of the aim feature. If you don't use this feature and you turn off the feature, this feature will not appear in the settings menu. However, if you activate the TPP or FPP feature, this aim feature sensitivity will automatically appear in the sensitivity settings menu. Okay, in this video I'm gonna give you my ADS and gyroscope sensitivity. So please don't ask again, is this sensitivity for gyroscope player or ADS player? The point is, if you are not a gyroscope player, you can just copy it on the ADS section. However, if you are a player who uses a gyroscope, you can copy all of these sensitivities. Also, actually everyone's sensitivity is different and not necessarily compatible with each other, even if the device is the same. For example, we have the same device. Well, it's not necessarily that my sensitivity will be right in your hands. And this also means that if our device is different then you copy this sensitivity, it's also not necessarily not suitable in your hand. That's why I suggest that you still have to test and adjust it again in the training camp after you've copied someone else's sensitivity. Now let's go straight to the sensitivity. First, for the free look camera settings. This is the sensitivity when we move the I button. So I suggest you, especially for those of you who use a full gyroscope, don't set this sensitivity too sensitive. The reason is because when we are going to throw a grenade, we usually use this I button to see the angle of the throw. So, if you set this too sensitive, it will make it difficult for us to move the I button. So I suggest this sensitivity in medium, not too sensitive. Around at 60 to 80%. The second is camera sensitivity. For this setting, this is the sensitivity when we touch and slide the screen without shooting like this. And this also happens when we use 2x scope, 3x scope, 4x and others. By the way, if you are confused about why the ADS sensitivity setting suddenly doesn't appear, here you just need to activate it in this menu. And after that later ADS sensitivity will appear. Just for your information, if you do not activate this feature, the sensitivity of your camera and ADS will be combined. This means that the sensitivity of the camera when not shooting and the sensitivity of the ADS when shooting will be the same. So if you previously used camera sensitivity and the ADS was exactly the same, yes, you just turned off this menu. You don't need to set these two sensitivities one by one. The third is ADS sensitivity. Okay, for those of you who are still confused, so ADS is the sensitivity when we are shooting. An example is like this. It doesn't matter you use any scope. The point of ADS is the sensitivity when we are shooting. Well, if you want the perfect setting, I think you have to set one by one between ADS sensitivity and camera sensitivity. However, I would suggest for this ADS sensitivity not to be too sensitive. Because when your settings are too sensitive, this will make it difficult for you to control the recoil. Especially for close combat. Well, this is my ADS sensitivity. So if you want to copy, go ahead. But don't forget to test and adjust again at the training camp. I will give you the sensitivity code in the pinned comments. But if the code is expired, you only need to take a screenshot and then enter it manually. Okay, next we go to the gyroscope sensitivity setting. So for this sensitivity is the same as the previous sensitivity. If you want to differentiate between camera gyroscope and ADS gyroscope, you only need to activate this menu. But if you like the sensitivity of the camera gyroscope and the ADS gyroscope are the same, you just need to turn off this menu. Okay, next I will explain for those of you who are still confused about the difference between the camera gyroscope and the ADS gyroscope. So basically it's the same as the previous camera and ADS settings. The difference is if we use our fingers for the camera and ADS, now for the camera gyroscope and ADS gyroscope, we move it by moving our device. For example, when I move like this, it is the camera gyroscope that works. And when I'm shooting like this, it's the ADS gyroscope that works. This also works for whatever scope you are using. Alright, for the camera's gyroscope sensitivity, if you want to try, just copy it. But if you want to copy this sensitivity, you still have to test and adjust it first at the training camp. My advice, don't set it too sensitive for this gyroscope sensitivity. The reason is because of this sensitivity we usually use for snipers. And if our settings are too sensitive, we will find it difficult to aim at the enemy's head. Because when you move just a little, of course the camera has changed a lot. Examples like this. If we're going to aim for the head of the enemy, as you can see that's just a little bit more. So, if our camera's gyroscope sensitivity is too sensitive, it will be difficult. Because when we move just a little, our crosshair will immediately move a lot. Therefore I suggest not to set too sensitive on this camera gyroscope. The last one is the ADS gyroscope sensitivity. For those of you who are beginners, you don't need to be confused. The point is that everything that has the initials ADS, it is the sensitivity when we are shooting. So, the ADS gyroscope means the sensitivity of the gyroscope when we are shooting. Examples like this. When I'm shooting like this, then I move my device, it's an ADS gyroscope. Alright, this is the sensitivity of my ADS gyroscope. For those of you who want to try, please just copy it. By the way, for the 6x scope sensitivity on my ADS gyroscope, I purposely set it like this. This is just in case one day I forget to adjust my 6x scope, I can still control the recoil, even though it's a little difficult. Okay guys, that's it for this discussion about sensitivity. I hope this video can be useful for all of you. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video, have a nice day.